connections and start moving forward. So without further ado, Airlie, you have the floor.
You forgot to tell him you gave me 16 hours notice. So it's a pretty brief follow-up here. But yeah, so I'm going to screen share.
Yes, ma'am. You gotta have somebody you can call on, right? Goes in first.
Let's see. He'll put this right here and present. All right, so I can't see everyone that's in the audience. So I think most of the people that I saw know who I am. I'm Airlie. Hi, everyone. And if you don't, my product is My Period Pal, which are reflexology bands that naturally relieve menstrual discomfort. So the last time I talked to you guys, I'm pretty sure that I was just starting out. The website had just launched, and I was doing e-com. So that it went well. I got a lot of what went good with it was the organic traffic. So I was able to go into Instagram and kind of build a really big community there where people give a lot of testimonials, and it sold the product itself, basically. And that's kind of that. So recently I was doing some tabling events. I say recently, since April, I would say I was doing some tabling events. Jamie helped me with the first one. It was for Wilma. It was the Wilma Dash. And that's where a couple of doctors, pelvic therapy doctors, started coming to me and saw my testimonials on Instagram and really were kind of like, I need this in my office. So I started seeing that trend, and more were coming to me. And then I just got the idea, like, why am I worried about one-off sales online when I could be doing, offices where they're buying in bulk? And I have no customer acquisition cost at all. And I'm not out there just trying to sell the product every single day. It's basically, if you have a doctor's testimonial on it and it's in the doctor's office, basically it's selling itself, right? So I kind of did a small shift from e-com to supply distribution to these medical offices. And it's not just medical offices, so now it's sold in pharmacies and dietitians' offices, pelvic therapy clinics, naturopathic doctors, and other, and then kind of doing a collaboration with, my newest one is a collaboration out in California with a seed cycling company. But there's pros and cons to it. Like I said, I don't have any customer acquisition costs by doing it this way. But also the cons were kind of that I'm not gaining any more testimonials. So the reason that the doctors were coming to me is because they were seeing, now I need to back up. I strictly get all of my doctors, if I don't do a tabling event, I get all of them from Instagram. So I don't do any advertising at all, no paid advertising, except for one, once a month, I'll go in the Wilma magazine there in Wilmington. So the reason that they were really enjoying it is because when they would follow me on Instagram, they would see all of these testimonials. So like here, Rebecca, she, would post a picture, send me one and say, just did my 2K swimming with the help of My Period Pal on one of my heaviest days. And she's one of my testimonials who, from the beginning, she has endometriosis. She was throwing up and fainting every month on her period. And My Period Pal has taken her life to the next level. She no longer has to miss work and doing things like this, like swimming her 2K. So she's kind of one of the longest running stories that I have going. But so with the medical offices, I'm not really gaining those testimonials anymore. So I kind of, so I'm just a little bit of a, a double-edged sword. So I really enjoy being in the doctor's offices, but I really miss that aspect too of gaining those testimonials and really showing people what the product can do. And I do onboard quite a few offices strictly off of Instagram. And I've just started a new thing where I'll offer samples. So I'll do a poll will basically, like, I'll show myself going to the post office and I'll say, you know, a new sample out to a DPT office today. And then on the next slide, I'll do a poll like, would you like a sample to your office? Yes or no? And so I'll get offices that way. But I was just more or less wondering, like, should I, do any of you have any kind of experience with using an actual medical distribution company where they can take it into a doctor's office and present it to them in a more professional manner? I don't have any MD offices yet. A couple have approached me, but honestly, I don't even know if I want to go that route. I've been doing more boutique ones like naturopathic doctors' offices and pelvic therapy clinics are the two biggest. And also tabling events where people actually get to meet me, they get to see the product, and that always works really well. So that's pretty much it. Those are the biggest shifts that I've had in the company since last I talked to you guys. They're all good problems, I guess. So that's a nice thing, but in need of help either way. So